production also,
Yes.
we consider also the planting program.
Uh-huh.
Instead of buying the seedlings, you're going to propagate your own seedlings.
Yes.
And in that, you also cut the cost of the production.
Lakini unaweza kuwa unatoa watu wengine kama sisi kwa biashara. So you propagate the seeds yourself.
Instead of buying.
You actually cut down that cost.
Yes.
All right.
And also in terms of weeding and pest and disease control, also you can
just move closer to the mic.
Also you can make the cost effective.
Yes.
By for example, instead of buying the pesticide, expensive pesticides, you can make your own farm and biological pesticide using the local available materials like Mexican margot, hot chili, onions. In that, you don't buy the manure. The pesticide. Yeah. And when you come to fertilizers, instead of buying the top dressers, you can make your own liquid fertilizer using the animal manure and also the leguminous plants. So when you consider those factors, you find the production going down. The production.
Hey, guys, today I am in class. Today I am in class on how to reduce cost of production. So we'll get back to that discussion, which is a very, very valid point. So just to summarize what you've said, pest and disease, manage them. If you can control them earlier on in the crop, reducing in terms of organic manures, you can be able to try and see how you can be able to use your do your own manure. Considering that she wants to sell the cabbages, to put the cabbages. But what do you think about this farmer? This farmer has planted cabbages. Analetewa na shilingi 6. Shilingi 6 kwa kwani inaitwaje? 6 shillings is how do you say it where you come from? Sema tu watu kugopa lile. Sema tu.
Kikisi ni ngumu lakini
inasema
nini? 6 ni isano nemo.
Yaani shilingi isano nemo. Na mwanzia kuna shilingi that. Okay, very interesting. Amujaniuliza yangu somia yangu napita. Sasa wacha niulize 6 shillings. Na cabbage Nairobi si shilingi 6. Why is this person buying at 6 shillings? What power do these brokers have that they can actually tell you nataka hiyo cabbage mimi niliuza zangu shilingi 4 for 6 shillings?
One thing, the brokers take advantage of the illiterate farmers. That's the fact.
Illiterate in terms of the market.
Yes.
Not illiterate
farmers don't have the link with the market. So they take that advantage to the farmers.
All right.
Because the farmer does not know where to take the crops to, the brokers take advantage.
So, what is an average price that a farmer should target to sell a cabbage?
The cabbage will not go less than 40 bob if the quality is good. Not less.
Okay.
If you are selling the main pieces.
Yes. So not less than 40 shillings.
Yes.
So if you're selling less than 40 shillings,
it's a loss.
It's a loss. It does not matter whether your cost of production was high or low.
Yes.
It's still a loss. So what is the average cost of production per cabbage? We have quite a number of people who've commented here, and it's something very interesting that the discussions here. So what do you think if a farmer says mimi niko na cabbage 10,000, 10 to 15,000 cabbages per acre.
Yes.
And me I want to sell at 20 bob.
Yes. First of all, you have to balance between the income and outcome and input.
Yes.
You have to balance what you use to grow that cabbage and what you have to project. You have to project what you are expecting to get from that cabbage.
That is a very interesting point. And when before we started the show, there's something that you mentioned, and that's why I told you to ingia kwa studio.
Yes.
Kuna kitu uliuliza. You told me, at what point should a farmer go to the market? And just a minute, you know, when he said that about markets, he simply said, when you're going out to the market, you don't go to the market when you're about to harvest. Just bring that point back again.
Yes. For example, in my case, with my customers, when I was doing the production, the rest, for example, I'm doing the green vegetables. Like these kienyeji ones. I had to go to the market and do survey. I know what is needed in the market, demand. Then I go to the production to meet that demand.
Okay.
So you have to do the research first.
Yes.
What is needed in the market?
Yes.
And I'm talking about the customers. So if you know certain products is in need of them in the market, now you go to the production knowing I'm growing this one to take to this market. So you have to look for the buyers before you do any kind of production to avoid the that discouragement.
Lillian, what do you think?
First, let me say, if you look
Yes.
at this study very well,
Yes.
you find most of the people being affected by this challenge, most of them are small scale farmers. Most of them.
Wacha kwanza kabla uende mbali.
Mhm.
Who is a smallholder farmer?
Small scale farmer
That's a discussion for another day. Yes.
But I'm saying most of them are small scale farmers.
Yes.
And I think if there's something I have realized, we are saying about do research,
Yes.
find a market,
Mhm.
and now you can go and plant.
Yes.
I am finding it's like these farmers are not going through the whole process. They are not going through the whole process. They are not doing research,
Yes.
so they don't know the market. And once they've planted,
Yes.
because for me, for someone to come to my shamba and tell me,
Yes.
I'm going to buy cabbages at this price,
Yes.
meaning I am not going to the market myself. So I feel like the farmers are doing half work. Like all they're doing is planting. I
Yes.
plant, I sit in my shamba and wait for someone to come and buy from me. Like they are not going through the whole process. I feel like farmers themselves should go till the end product, the end stage, which is marketing. But they are finishing it somewhere in the middle. They are doing a middle part here. They're not doing the research. They're not doing the marketing thing. So they're just here planting.
My only catch with that
Mhm.
is, should farmers be the ones who go to the market? Or should farmers employ
No.
people to do it?
No.
Because looking at it very critically, let us open, this is an open discussion.
It is.
Mimi ndio nalima,
Mhm.
nimenunua fertilizer,
Mhm.
nimenunua madawa,
Mhm.
nimelipa labor, tumelipa maji, pia nitafute soko. Is it something, hebu tuongele, add something
kuhusu hiyo,
sema kidogo hapo.
ni simple
Mhm.
we have problem with the agronomist. You know agronomist should
Yes.
take a farmer through the full process,
Yes.
production to the marketing. We
Yes.
have the value chain.
Yes.
Mhm.
Value chain starts from the producer
Yes.
to the consumer.
Consumer.
Consumer
Yes.
is the market.
Yeah.
So you find some of field officers and
Yes.
extension officers,
Mhm.
they don't take the farmers the complete value chain.
Okay.
Okay,
And
continue.
the value chain
Yes.
ends in the marketing.
Yes.
So if you are training a farmer to do kind of production, you have to tell the farmer you need to do this one to access the market, and also you have to show this farmer this how to access the market. These are available markets. For example, I have a very big market called zucchini stores.
Yes.
That one will buy the produce from the farmers at a very good price.
Okay. So they don't make losses.
And the problem, you find the many farmers they don't access the market because of the brokers.
True.
That's the challenge we have.
True.
You find the brokers are the ones who are taking the produce
To
to
the
the
market.
market. That's why we have the issue of the cabbage going at 6 bob, while
Yes.
in Nairobi is 70.
70.
So accessibility of the market for the farmers is a challenge
It is a
because of the
challenge.
brokers.
So let me ask you,
Yes.
do the brokers block farmers from going to the market?
Obvious.
How do they do it?
Because they go and buy the produce at a cheaper price because they have the means of transport.
Now you've mentioned.
Yeah.
Tuanzie hapo. Unajua acha tuambiane ukweli.
Yeah.
Can somebody stop you from going to Marikiti today?
You find like these markets, they have cartels.
Uh-huh.
And these cartels, they
Yes.
cannot allow you to sell your products in the market.
What do they do?
Most of them,
Yes.
they block the farmers. Like they can deny you the space, and they can also threaten you
Yes.
not to sell at the market.
Yes.
That's why we have the problem of the farmers accessing the markets.
So let me ask you. Let me get back to that particular point. I remember sometime back I went nikapeleka nyanya. Nilikuwa na nyanya nimevuna nyanya huko hapo Kamulu. Nilikuwa nimevuna nyanya. Ni kama uko na kitu na kuchoma.
I have something.
Okay.
I think from the post from the post.
Yes.
You've asked something about can brokers block you?
Yes.
And one Robert Mwakio said,
Yes, my very good friend of mine.
Yes.
Yes.
problems comes in when they block you from accessing the market. So he's referring to brokers.
Yes. Yes.
They act like the mafia. When you take it directly to the market, you will be shocked. Nobody will buy it. So it is like even the local retailers, they know this is the person who should be selling to me. Like, these people, they have actually a larger market. They've been here. So people know this is the person who brings. So even if I come with my cabbages at 2:00, they are waiting for the person who always brings for them. So you will stay there with your cabbages and no one is going to buy from you.
Aren't we doing the mistake I really love this comment. I really feel pity for the farmer, but I want us to also to Saidiane. The only way you can come out of this is if we tell each other the truth and ride with it.
Yeah.
I have more than 2,000 friends of mine who eat cabbages. Where do they buy it from? I've asked a question. Ni kama mmeenda kimya ama tumemutiwa. I have 2,000 friends of mine who eat cabbages, even if it is once a week. Those are 2,000 cabbages. True or false?
True.
How come we don't sell to them?
You see, one of the challenges we have also is price.
Wait, let us start there again. I have 2,000 friends.
Yes.
And these 2,000 friends of mine eat cabbages every week. How come they don't buy from me? Or is it me who does not sell to them?
It depends. One thing is price. If you put the high price, then go where the cabbage can be sold at a fair price.
So let us assume
the cabbage is being sold at 70.
Not
the
even
local
70.
market price.
Let us assume you want to sell at 50, because that use a cabbage 50, you've made a lot of money. Let me tell you the truth. If you sell cabbage at 50 shillings, you've made
profit.
More than almost 25 shillings profit.
That is good.
So let me ask, Lillian, how many of your friends can buy cabbages from me this month of March, the ladies' month?
The ladies' month.
Yes.
I think every household takes cabbages.
You started off by saying you also go to estates. Talk to residents in the estates. How come farmers are not doing this? Is it because we're fearing doing it alone? I want us to be very categorical. We've talked about agronomists not doing their part. But we need agronomists who kutusaidia utukuze.
Sana.
If we're doing kilimo biashara, agribusiness, this aspect of market, how can we address it? Because you mentioned one, and I'll try and call somebody from the discussion. You saw the lady called Sinto here. And yes, and we'll try and call her just after the break.
And also, there's something we call trust, and these are major challenge between the customer and between the consumer and producer. We normally say,
yes,
sell what you produce. We have people who buy burgers and cabbages from other places.
Yes.
And nowadays we have the issue of the health. So sell what you grow. That's the bottom line.
Very interesting. Those who are following us, this is a hot discussion, Market Watch Wednesday, right here from County 034. Your host, Noah Nasiali Kadima, together with Monzia John and Lillian Thomas. Lillian Thomas. We're going for a short break. When we come back, we want to dive in deeper. We will talk about, Monzia will tell us much more about how does he approach the market. How does he market produce for farmers? We'll also try and get one of our ardent followers and member of Africa Farmers Club called Sinto Yea, who will tell us slightly about what she does. Her number is there. We'll be calling her just to listen to what she does. We're going for a short break.
Beetroot is a highly nutritious root vegetable. The beetroot is the top proportion of a beet plant. It is one of the many varieties of the genus Beta vulgaris, all of which are mostly grown for their edible taproots and leaves. Beetroot is a root crop that takes approximately 3 to 4 months to mature. Beetroot is a fairly easy crop to grow as long as the soil is well cultivated prior to planting. Beetroots do not enjoy wet, boggy or shady soils. Beetroot can be sown in trays and transplanted when the seedlings have 2 true leaves. Plant in full sun, space seedlings 10 to 15 centimeters apart, and rows 20 centimeters to 30 centimeters apart so they have room to grow. Beetroots are also ideal for containers or raised beds. Beetroots will happily thrive in small areas as long as there's at least 20 centimeters depth of soil. Beetroot has been used not only for food but also for treatment for numerous conditions. Drip irrigation is a type of micro-irrigation system, or sometimes called trickle irrigation, that has potential to save water and nutrients by allowing water to drip slowly to the roots of plants, either from above the soil surface or buried below the surface from a system of small diameter plastic pipes fitted with outlets called emitters or drippers. The emitters slowly drip water into the soil at the root zone, therefore moisture levels are kept at optimum range, thus improving plant productivity. You can grow different crops using drip irrigation, be it tomatoes, spinach, skuma wiki, beetroots, celery, and many more crops will thrive using drip irrigation method. Drip irrigation is especially beneficial as it provides better plant health, less waste, reduced risk of diseases, money saving, weed control, and saves time. Drip irrigation is the most efficient water and nutrient delivery system for growing crops.
Welcome back to Market Watch Wednesday, right here from County 034. And we're discussing something very interesting, something that we have been looking at. There's a post that was created in Africa Farmers Club yesterday, last night, and actually 19 hours ago. And it's a very interesting discussion here. It has elicited a lot of emotions. This particular post, which will be, we're hoping our producer can be able to put it up on the screens. It is a post by one of our members, Wakaguyu Wakiburi. I hope I've pronounced that well. Msintupie mawe. So we start off by just talking about this is a challenge to farmers in Kenya today. Continuing with the discussion, a good friend of mine there, Nick Wanjohi, a senior in this industry, says exactly what I told them last week. So what is this thing? There's something that farmers are actually facing. And the challenge farmers are facing is very, very interesting. Farmers are saying we have not been given an opportunity to access the local markets. We are being broke. The brokers actually coming up and doing crazy things. 6 shillings. Is it affordable? Is it numbers? If you have 10,000 cabbages, would you sell at 6 shillings? What is the average price? Also, and one of the things that John has mentioned earlier is reduce your cost of production. We'll do, which is a discussion for another day, yes, but also let us tuzingatie mambo ya market. Let us focus on the market. And this market thing is very interesting. There's a comment there that you mentioned about from Dr. Robert Mokio. And Dr. Robert Mokio said, what did he say? He said a very interesting thing here. And looking at the comments that are coming through, one by one, we are seeing something very interesting for those who are following us. Looking at the particular post, if you just follow the whole post going down, There's a particular post comment that was there. It says that from Jacqueline Akisa. Jacqueline Akisa says that the problem comes if you can't get to the market yourself. Then those who take on credit, they will give you all sorts of stories. I wish farmers would come together and sell our products as blocks, as in that is in Western, is not in Eastern, we take there. Very interesting. Very interesting. You know, whatever is not growing in Western Kenya, whatever is growing in Western Kenya and is not growing in Eastern Kenya, we do like a
Exchange.
But now the problem is everybody's growing everything everywhere. Is it something that we can say probably farmers to come together as a cooperative, you know, and sell together? Is it something that is viable? You know, yesterday I was listening to one of the seniors in the during the SME conference that was held last week, and I've forgotten his name, but he mentioned something very interesting. If you look at the way KTDU, the tea farmers are, the farmers themselves come together as a group. The cooperative belongs to the farmers, so them, the KTDC acts like a
Body.
aggregator. You see, it's like an aggregator and says, you make sure that you're growing and bringing the best tea. Whether you're doing a quarter acre, whether you're doing 2 acres or 200 acres, the price will be the same. You bring to us. We'll facilitate the buying. We'll facilitate how you will get paid. Do you think that is the same thing that can happen to cabbage farmers? Because the challenge where we're coming in is cabbage farmers. Right now, kuna wakulima ambao walipanda kitunguu wakati ya COVID wameshangaa. Sasa wamekuwa, you know, something else that is very interesting and I don't like is when farmers grow something and then now instead of selling, you start growing structures to store those things. You know, you plant onions. Then instead of selling because the price is low, you end up now constructing storage facilities to store. Do you think cooperatives could work? If you're given a chance, John, do you think farmers coming together as a cooperative would work? Or what is this thing? Ni nini hii shida tu wakulima? Tuambiane ukweli. Oda tusaidiane ukweli. Yes.
One of the ways the farmer can do to solve this problem,
Yes,
is through, we can use the social media. It's one of the ways.
yes,
I'll say, for example, I'll give myself.
yes.
I used to be a catfish farmer last year, and I sold all my catfish through social media.
Yes.
There's this market we call it Gingy Market. Gingy Market, you download from
The app.
Play Store.
Yes.
Then you post your product.
Yes.
And you post the price. The buyers will look for you, and this is one of the ways to solve the problem of middlemen.
So you are saying we take our horns, we take the market with the horns direct. Tunaingia kwa soko wenyewe.
Yes.
Without going to the marikiti na hizo soko zingine.
Yeah.
So how do you do it? How do you think the way farmers can level?
For me,
yes,
I understand most of the farmers, they have the smartphones. Not all, but majority have. So to go to the Gingy Market, you just go to the Play Store, you download the app, you post what you grow, what you do. Then you post the price and also the quantity. And through that, you leave the contact. The customers will look for you.
So what you're saying is farmers need to learn how to market.
Yes.
Okay, we'll discuss something. We're calling somebody. I hope we'll be able to get her on the phone. She's called Cinto Iya, who commented and said that she does. Let us try and see if we can be able to get her on phone and see if we can get her on phone. Cinto, hi.
Hello.
Okay, I think let's try and get another number. I think we got the wrong number. We spoke to her. So as we continue, endelea tu kwanza. For what Cinto they do is that they get market. They go out and get market, just the same that you've mentioned.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to find out more from her, which we'll be getting back to her as well in a few minutes. Is it that farmers have not yet understood the marketing dynamics?
Yes.
Or are we shy to go to the market?
Most of the farmers, they don't understand market dynamics.
Okay.
They don't do survey because you have to do the market strategy, market survey. Most of the farmers, they don't go to look for market. They just produce and stay there. And you cannot do farming and expect somebody to come from nowhere. You have to market the produce for yourself so that the buyers will come in.
So you have to be a marketer.
Yes.
Or employ a marketer.
No. You have to be marketed for yourself.
What if I'm not a marketer? Kuna watu wajui kuongea na watu wengine.
True.
That's just the truth. Let's just be honest.
Because I am thinking this is not a sole industry.
Yes.
We can make good use of other people, cooperate with them, and be able to achieve what we need to achieve. So if I was to use a marketer who has done marketing,
Yes.
who can do marketing very well,
Yes.
and you come, we agree, this is what I produce, this is my cost of production.
Yes.
I need you to sell for me these cabbages in a way that I make profit out of it, and you earn a salary.
All right. Have you got managed to get Sinto? Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. You're doing fine.
Yes.
Sorry, my husband wrote alishika simu alafu sasa hivi didn't communicate.
Oh, pole, karibu tuseme tufikiri imeenda patanisho. Anyway. So you saw the post that we are discussing here.
Yes, I did.
And you mentioned that we can get back to you. I would have gotten back to you independently, but I saw this is a discussion that probably we can escalate it.
Okay.
And you can let us know, what do you do, who is Sinto, what do you do, and how should farmers contact you. And yes, because it's a discussion that has elicited a lot of emotions.
Yes, I saw the comment.
I planted 75,000 cabbages some few years ago. I didn't get a market. I threw half of it. I did not know where to take the rest. Let us know, who is Sinto and how do you come in and support farmers, and where are you based?
Okay, my name is Sinto Young Mainge.
Yes.
We live in Machakos. We're married in Machakos, Omuni.
Yes.
We work with my husband. He's okay. We have a small farm, 0.5 acres.
Mm-hmm.
We plant a variety of crops. We do kunde. You know, Ukambani and kunde is a good product.
Yes.
We planted kunde, maize, green maize.
Mm-hmm.
We have also papayas. We started with papayas before to irrigate.
Okay.
Well, we have a number of them, like 300 trees, but they're not doing so well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably is he's mainly in the shamba.
Yes.
We have a small machine.
Yes.
What we use is a seasonal river.
All right.
Chimba chini, maji natoka, we pump.
Mm-hmm.
That is what we do.
All right.
I go to the market. Our market on Tuesdays.
Yes.
Maybe even daily, and we are around this area.
Mm-hmm.
We go around the market.
Yes.
So previously or recently,
Yes.
we were doing green maize.
Uh-huh.
Tukapata zimeflood sokoni.
Uh-huh.
So we decided to value add them.
Uh-huh.
We boiled and went round, sold them, and stock ikaondoka.
Okay.
Yeah, that is okay. So our challenge right now mainly
Yes.
ni product ya kupeleka sokoni.
So hauna product ya kupeleka sokoni.
Product yetu haitoshi.
Aha.
Sababu pia maji inakuwa challenge.
Yes.
And we are good in selling.
So you are good with selling?
Yes, very good, because we've been buying maize from, I was born in Kimana, Loitoktok.
Yes.
Mhm.
So we go for maize sometime, some cash,
Yes.
and bring to Kambani, like Salama Market, Machakos, the main market. It's a very big market.
Mm-hmm.
These areas, the green is doing so well, cabbages.
All right.
So, and viazi, potatoes. So our main challenge is kwenda sokoni.
So let me ask you, from vile umeangalia the way you've seen the market and all that, and farmers, do you think that farmers have a role to play rather than waiting for market? Is it something that we can do? For example, can we pool resources, share truck, come to Machakos with produce? Mimi niko karibu kuvuna mahindi na kupigia simu baada ya show. Niko karibu. So you're saying the challenge is to get produce to Ukambani?
Yes, the challenge is to get the produce to Kanbani. Because the market is available. It's open air market. We apply shooting and everything. We sell. But sasa our product napata tukiingia sokoni saa 2 saa 4 tumetoka. Tuna product ya kutosha.
Imeisha.
Yeah.
So do you think it's something that farmers can, how can farmers contact you? Can we share your number?
Yeah, our number is 0723
Yes.
87
Uh-huh.
0037.
Uh-huh.
That you'll get to David Mainge.
Okay.
Mine is 0723
Yes.
67
Uh-huh.
17
Uh-huh.
12.
All right. Thank you very much. I think that's a very good discussion. We'll try. You have a question?
Sinto,
Yes.
I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Oh, my name is Lilian. I am co-hosting with Noah.
Yeah.
I am trying to understand, and I want you to clarify. From what I'm understanding from what you're saying,
Yes.
is that you're making very good use of your local markets.
Yes, we are.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Sinto. It was glad to talk to you. We will get back to you. We've ambushed you in the last just 5 minutes. So probably we will discuss and see how we can be able to even come and visit. We will try and have this discussion separately, and then come and visit, and even come with our produce, and then just see how the market looks like, and what else farmers can do. What is this advice that you'd like to give farmers as a parting shot?
I'll just ask the farmers. Ingieni sokoni. Your farmers will give sokoni. The soko is open. Only paying 30 bob kanjo, and you get to sell. The brokers are eating too much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sinto, and it's a great job that you're doing. We'll get in touch further.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. What is the verdict? We go biased. What is the verdict, Lilian?
I just want to go a little behind Kidogo.
Yes.
Before we went to the break.
Yes.
You asked, like, you have 2,000 people who you can sell to, and you're not selling your cabbage. And I am trying to ask, are the farmers making use of their local markets? Because I am seeing an instance where I stay. I have a sister who stays in Lakisama in Nairobi.
Yes.
So I went to her place someday, and I found some farmer. She has a market in Joska. And you see, Nairobi is big.
Yes.
I can't have this mentality whereby I should only sell my produce somewhere in Marikiti. If it's not Marikiti, there's no market. And this farmer was going around with a pickup selling tomatoes. And he did that every single day. And at the end of the day, he never went home with tomatoes. You see, it's more of how open-minded are you? Because you have a local market here. If I am to wake up today and go to our market in the morning, sell what I have. When I'm done, maybe I have still more left in the afternoon. Go next to the next estate, sell what I have. What am I doing about the local market that is available?
Very interesting discussion there we're having. We cannot finish this discussion today. Advice to farmers. Camera Joyo. What is the advice to farmers? Karibu na Mike. Advice to farmers. How can farmers look for market for the produce? And what can you do? Peana namba yako pia.
The farmers should
Camera wanakuangalia hapo.
The farmers should take the first initiative
Yes.
of the marketing for their produce by utilizing the local markets. Because we are told the charity begins at home.
Yes.
You cannot ignore the local market.
Yes.
Maybe to get a very big market. So utilize the local markets we have in our counties, because that's where we have many customers. And that will help many farmers to market and sell their produce.
So if you support farmers by helping farmers, how do you go? Do you go to the farms and look at the produce, and then you tell them, you link them to the market? Do you get a commission out of it? What should farmers expect when they want to call you and discuss that with you?
What I normally do, I normally identify the farmers,
Yes.
the region, and I train farmers on groups. Yeah, they have to come together as a group.
Yes.
Identify the region, like for example Eastern. The farmers will come together. I'll train them. Then I also train the farmers to train other farmers. We encourage that a lot.
Okay.
Farmers to train fellow farmers.
Right.
Yeah.
We have another person that we wanted to call in the show. We hope that we will be able to get him. He actually also mentioned that he is in Mandera.
Yes.
And they buy cabbages at 120 shillings.
Wow.
So let us just try and see if we can be able to get him on phone and see whether it's somebody that we can be able to interact with, because we have to demystify the apparent. Unfortunately, he calls himself Mzungu Mrefu.
Yeah.
But we will get in touch with him, and then we ask. So farmers, those who are listening to us, This has been Farming for Profits, where we've been discussing about Market Watch Wednesday. Market Watch Wednesday. It is a challenge to sell produce. I face the same challenges. We all face same challenges. But it's a high time that we now start taking the bull by its horn. Or the bull by its horn. We start taking the bull, this fat bull, this one called the market, by its own horns. We want to make sure that we are able to start selling. Because we've been trying to try that. What happened? Nikuze nikijaribu. I get calls every day. Yesterday, was it yesterday? The day before, I was having a discussion with my brother, and my brother asked me, "So now that you want to put chicken, where is the market?" He told me to go and write a business plan about where to sell the chicken. And those are some of the challenges farmers are facing. Reality is that the crops are there, everybody's eating. Ule mama mboga ambaye umekuwa ukinunua nyanya kwake the last 5 years, bado anauza nyanya. Hajaikosa nyanya. There's a disconnect. Half our country is facing hunger. The other half of farmers are saying there's no market. We've seen from Mzungu Mrefu saying that there's market. There's market in Mandera. So what are the challenges? So let us not just talk about market. Let's say the blanket problem is just market. Let us ask ourselves, what are some of the challenges? Is the challenge to go to the market? Probably that is the challenge. We've heard what Sinto has said. Sinto has said that they have grown because they face challenges there. The problem now they're facing is very, very interesting now. The problem that they're facing now is that they do not have enough produce for that market. Consistency. So the key is consistency. Something else, and nataka kuuliza John one question before we go, being told karibu tuzimiwe nini. Let me ask you, do you think the price in supermarkets should be a guiding principle? You talked about projecting. Do you think that is a guiding principle to we as farmers when we were growing crops?
Kusema kweli, supermarkets also they discourage farmers in this way. They take the farmers' produce at credit. They pay like after 3 months, and that is not applicable because the farmer needs the money to run the farm.
But before we go to that, because that one is also another discussion I was having with some funding on finance. It's called a fintech, one of the organizations that give farmers loans, who had visited us today. What I'm asking is the prices on the shelves. Is that the prices farmers should work with in mind when they're growing their crops?
In most of the cases, pricing it is determined by many factors. One of them is quality. For example, if you are doing organic production, your price will be high. If you are doing the other production, this of using the chemicals and so forth, the price is down. So we have two types of production. We have organic production, and we have this other one, the other one for using the commercial products.
So the question I'm trying to mine from you. I have gone to supermarket. Nimeona cabbage is 80 shillings. Cabbage is 80 shillings. Should I think when I'm going to sell my cabbages, I will sell at 80 shillings? Sema tu kweli. Najua unaogopa. Should we project to sell cabbage at 80 shillings? Ama bei ya kuuza kutoka kwa mkulima ni lower. You know, we also have to differentiate between brokers and buyers.
And also, there's a problem. You see now supermarkets, they have their own prices, and also the farmers have their own prices.
So what is the average price? Would someone think, okay, if I sold cabbages at this price, I would make a good margin?
First of all, you have to do the research on the pricing.
John anatoroka.
No. Correctly. You have to go to the market. You check the pricing of the several products. Then from that, now you make a decision how much you can sell your cabbage, for example.
But should a farmer think that, I mean, you know, because some of the comments coming up here is very interesting. You see, like somebody said, cabbage, like herself, she said that the cabbage she sold at what? At 70 shillings. She buys cabbage at 7 shillings in Nairobi. But somebody wants to buy cabbage at 6 shillings. Do you think if I buy cabbage at 7 shillings in Nairobi, I should expect to sell cabbage at 7 shillings in Nairobi?
That's a very interesting point.
Yes or no?
You should sell at 7 or more.
Or more.
Not less.
Why not less?
Because if the market price is 70 for the cabbage
in the supermarket. Remember supermarket work on a rent? wako na labor,
Yes.
wako na storage,
Yes.
na transport.
Yes.
So do we have all those factors as well?
Obviously, we have the farmers have the such factors.
So that is if you're bringing your produce to Nairobi,
Yes.
not selling on the farm.
Yes.
If I'm selling on the farm, if Nairobi price is 70 shillings,
Yes.
and my cabbage is in Mukurweini,
Yes.
there's a place, yes, Mukurweini.
Yeah.
How much do you think I should sell my cabbages at the farm?
Have the price of the
Half
market.
the price.
Yeah.
Because there are other factors. Kuna
The customer want to go and make profit as well.
yes.
Like supermarket.
Ama wewe mwenyewe ulete Nairobi.
Yes.
So we have to start thinking about that as a discussion.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Lillian,
No,
cutting
I-
short.
I
Unanunua cabbage pesa ngapi? Ama upikangi?
Cabbages right now 30-40.
40 shillings.
Yeah.
So it's an average 30-40 shillings.
Yeah.
So farmers should expect to sell at half that price.
Yeah.
Should I say this now?
Yes.
For me, we are looking. This is a business. Agriculture is a business.
Yes. Agribusiness.
It's
the business.
agribusiness. Yes. So if this is what I am looking at for me to put my price, the cost of production.
Yes.
If I am doing the marketing, if I am using money in marketing strategies, account for that. If I am using transport money, account for that. Make sure you earn profit on top of it. I'll read a certain small post
Yes.
I saw from the comment.
Mhm.
So this guy, he's called Vonis Ombiro Onkoba.
Hey, one Vonis.
Yes, he said it is about the issue of people complaining why they are selling at 70. And this is what he said. Production cost per unit is very important. For cabbages, it is low. Just an example. If my production cost per head was 3 shillings and I sell at 7 shillings, isn't that profit? Why then would I go to the market and find whoever who bought now selling at 100 and feel bad? I feel like the whole point that Voni is trying to address, as long as I have catered for my cost of production and all the other costs that I incurred
Yes.
are catered for,
Yes.
and I can make profits.
Mhm.
I don't have to go the extra mile of, you see the way you're talking about supermarkets.
Yes.
Supermarkets, we've said they are paying rent,
Mhm.
they have to pay the workers,
Mhm.
they are paying electricity bills,
Mhm.
and they're trying to get all this money from the products they're selling.
Yes.
So when I come to the supermarket,
Yes.
I will find that the prices are hiked. And we've also had instances whereby supermarkets actually put low prices on produce.
Mhm.
And you see, if I am to look at that to put a price tag on my produce,
Yes.
I would go at a loss.
I saw in the supermarket that
Yes.
somebody selling cabbages at 20 shillings.
Yes.
No, it was tomato, onions actually,
how much?
a kg
Yes,
at 20
yes,
shillings.
yes.
And you see, supermarkets are very smart people. Sometimes I am trying to lure customers into the supermarket.
Exactly.
So I will underprice a product
Yes.
and get people to buy. But I will overprice other products that will actually cater for that. If I am to look for at that to keep my production costs,
Yes.
actually it won't be making sense. The farmer, that's when we are talking about doing the farm accounts and everything. Cater for you everything that you're doing,
Yes.
and then make some profit on top of it.
Yes.
That is enough for you. I
Okay.
don't think we need to go the extra mile of comparing ourselves with the supermarkets and all these brokers and everything else.
Very interesting. Very interesting. So we have to make sure that farmers we're having this discussion more often, and the beauty about life is that we have to start thinking of coming closer. I just want us to thank you very much for those who've watched us, who've been following our discussion. There's a proverb that I would like us to use in the relation of coming together. This proverb I have been I saw it a while back, but I saw it even further when we came up with Africa Farmers Club, and even further now as we discuss this. But this proverb reminds me of some of my friends at Facebook, and this proverb goes by: if you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I leave you with that. This has been Market Watch Wednesday, bringing you positive vibes from the farm. This is County 034, coming right here from a farmer's media, where we tell you the stories of African farmers.